So welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be going over how I was able to predict the low of the day with such a precision multiple times of the week, and also my point of view on Asia highs and Asia lows. Is it a valid model for high win rate or just another trap to induce sellers after Asia high sweep? So let's get right into it. So first of all, we need to understand if we actually need any liquidity sweeps in trading, because as you can see, we had a new daily open around this level, went lower into this hard time frame buying level as I sent into Discord before we even opened. So as you can see, we went lower into this level, never swept any low on the left, and that's the main point. Most of people are teaching that you need some type of liquidity sweep to continue higher, but as you can see, market doesn't care about liquidity sweeps. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. The market only cares about manipulations, and the manipulation was already happening on a daily time frame to continue higher. This is the correct way to look at manipulations, because sweeping some random lows or random highs doesn't mean that the price will reverse, okay? All we need to see is when the manipulation cycle is happening, specific candle wick is being printed into hard time frame continuation level, and that's all you need, okay? You don't need any liquidity sweeps, because most of the time, if we're gonna sweep the low, we're probably gonna have trap to induce buyers and then continue lower. So in this case, as you can see, this was the daily manipulation, and then we had this crazy movement to the upside without sweeping any low or any high. And the same thing goes for the Asia highs and Asia lows. I'm going to show you examples later in the video, but right now, let's go over NAS 100, because we had a beautiful example of predicting the low of the day right at this point. Okay, so this was our buying level. I said that we're going to open on a daily candle, go into this level and then higher, and that's exactly what happened. The daily candle created wick into this level. Okay, so this is a daily open. We created this wick and continued higher, and as you can see, the same thing as on gold, we created a small wick, and that was enough to induce sellers into the market. And there was no liquidity sweep because the daily open was around this level. The closest low would be this one, and we never swept this low. Instead of that, we tap into this continuation level with such a precision and continue higher. Okay, I sent this level into Discord before we opened, so this was all predicted live. And let's go over some more details about this price action. So as you can see, we got order block around this level. Then we had the reaction from the order block, creating this fake BOS, which means we got sellers induced into the market, because most people are seeing this as an accumulation, manipulation into this order block, sweeping this liquidity, and now we should go lower towards this liquidity point. But for me, this is just start of a manipulation cycle to induce sellers into our buying level and continue higher. We also had this one on a Friday, so I was expecting at the daily open, okay, the daily open was around this level, so I was expecting the price to go lower, trap sellers into the market after this market shift, tap into our buying level and continue higher. Okay, so let's see what actually happened. So we opened, went higher first, then we tap into this level. So this for me should be the low of the day, because we had this hard time frame market shift. We have sellers stop losses above this high. So this whole level would be considered as a trap. Most people would look at this as a perfect selling setup. Okay, so they had some type of high before the order block, which they call inducement. So they would be expecting price to tap into this level, creating liquidity behind and then pushing lower. But we understand that the price is moving up with momentum. We had this hard time frame buying level for continuation. We had a start of manipulation cycle around this level. So everything that is happening around here will be just fake movement to induce sellers and then continue higher. And that's exactly what happened. As you can see, gold just kept going higher. And now let's go over Asia highs and Asia lows. The stuff we covered a few minutes ago is the main reason why I don't use Asia highs or Asia lows. So this would be the Asia high. This would be the Asia low, and most people were taught that after we sweep Asia high or Asia low, we should look for the opposite movement from the high. Okay, so after the Asia high is being swept, we should target the Asia low. But if you understand the manipulation cycles, this move to the downside was already the low of the day, and it even happened during Asia. Okay, so most people are saying that after the Asia high is being swept, we're gonna have a market shift and we can target the Asia low like this. But if you understand the manipulation cycle, this would be the real manipulation to induce sellers into the market. So yes, the Asia high is liquidity point, but it doesn't mean after the liquidity point is swept, we're gonna reverse. So as you can see, we retested the high instead, and then went higher. By the way, let me show you just a quick video I posted on Instagram when it comes to this price action. This is why you should stop using Asia highs and lows. As you can see, this is the perfect setup for targeting the Asia low after we swept the Asia high and also previous daily high. But as you can see, instead of going for Asia low, we retested the Asia high and continued higher. And the main reason is that we had a manipulation cycle during Asia inducing sellers into the market. So this was already the manipulation and not this Asia high sweep. Okay, so most people will look at this push as a manipulation, but we had this manipulation cycle, which means this should be the low of the day. And then we had another one. So everything during this time will become a fake movement to induce sellers into the market, retest the Asia high and continue higher. So understanding manipulation cycles is the key, because this is the real manipulation and also this is the real manipulation. So let's have a look on this price action from candle POI. Okay, so we have this candle. So let's say this was the Asia low. We close at this point. We had another candles opening around this level. Then we're gonna have a new candle opening, and we either gonna have a bullish or bearish candle. In this case, when you have this huge bullish candle, we're probably gonna continue higher again. Okay, so there's like 70 or 80% chance of the price will go higher, but some people are still gonna sell from these levels. Okay, so the next candle, let's say the next candle will open at this point. Okay, this is the new candle opening. So currently the candle is now looking like this. The candle is pushing down. Okay, the candle is still pushing down towards this level like this. So we have this bearish candle, but as I said before, we have this huge bullish candle. So we're probably gonna create a wick into the closest level, which would be this Asia high continuation, and then print the bullish body to the upside. So this bearish candle will probably switch to bullish like this, and this movement to the downside was just manipulation to induce sellers after this Asia high sweep, and we can enter inside the wick with the best possible entry point, stop loss below the manipulation, and we have a bunch of stop losses above this high because we have the famous Asia high sweep reversal. Okay, so this is just example from candles POI. Okay, so this is a new candle. Currently the candle is being printed like this. Okay, so let's print a few more candles. Okay, so now the black candle is like this. Now it's like this, and it's slowly turning into bullish candle. Okay, as you can see, now we turned into this huge bullish candle, and hopefully it makes sense why I don't trade any liquidity sweeps, because the real manipulation is being made by the candles and specific manipulation cycles. So that's it. Hopefully it makes sense. If you got any questions, you can just DM me on Instagram or leave a comment below, and see you next time. This is how I'm able to predict the low of the day with such a precision. Let's have a look on this price action from today. So we have higher high, higher low. Then we closed around this level. So this is a new daily open. And when the pair is moving up with momentum, the market doesn't care about liquidity sweeps. The real manipulation is happening at specific time when the candle is being printed. As you can see in this example, we never swept this low, and the price created this huge movement to the upside. So all I look for is the closest POI right below the fake BOS. So we induce sellers into the market, tapping into the closest POI, and after we touch the POI, all these sellers will get stopped out, because hard time frame is moving up with momentum, and we don't need any liquidity sweep to see manipulation and continue higher.